Good afternoon, good people. Good afternoon, lovers of NGTV. Good afternoon, Cameroon as a whole. Good afternoon, the population of the West region. What a pleasure to be with you all again. It's a fine Saturday. We're getting closer to 2019, and so the counts down are really crazy right now. And so, sure, it's going to be crazy again today. I told you, when you see the three-man squad, even though there's a lady there, but it is a three-man squad. Okay, the three-man squad on board the program, meet the marriage counselor and the relationship coordinator. No other TV station. You already know that. When you see us packing our cars, know that it's going to be hot that day. Okay, though you may see the fire, don't bother about the fire. All is well. Never mind. Okay, Miss B again on board with her crazy things. Call me Miss B, I'll give you a fine smile, you know that. Okay, the three-man squad, NGTV on board the program, meet the marriage counselor and the relationship coordinator. It is a fine one today again, and I'm here with no other person than Cancelor Bellax in his relaxation mood. You always know that. And Ren is also here. What a pleasure to be with them all again this fine Saturday. You may be wondering why we're calling it a fine Saturday. It's a fine Saturday again because at the techniques, we got the Read Home on Jerry on board. No other person than Simon Echi Abo. When he's there, I give a big smile on this jaw. All right, thank you for taking the rendezvous. I told you when it's is it 2:30? 3 p.m. on the dot. Give a ring. This crew will be there for you. Okay, we promise to be back because this time around we have files pending, but we want to handle some issues that are very common this season. You know, when the Christmas fever or the New Year fever is at the corner, we normally have all crazy issues. That's why you see these fine gentlemen again. And so to the management and staff of NGTV, Happy New Year. Happy New Year. Bonne année. It's a time to celebrate and fly high because we all seen 2019 flying on eagle wings, soaring high on wings like eagles. Anyhow you want to put in mix of goals. This lady likes to talk too much, of course. That's why she's here to talk. Good afternoon, Councillor Bellac Olivier. It's a pleasure to be with you again today. I always like your relaxation mood because it inspires me to also sit this way.
Good afternoon, Betsy. Good afternoon, televiewers. It's an opportunity for me being part of this program here today. As the program unfolds, we shall see what we'll be talking about. You know, as I said last time, it is a period where a lot of things are happening out there, and we are up to the population to bringing them what is going to be as solutions to these ideas and as proposals as what to do. It's a pleasure for me being part of it. And welcome you. You sit well, take a glass of water, and watch the program.
Thank you so much. What a gentleman you are. He's offering you all a glass of water, a cup of water. Is it cold water or warm water?
Cold water. Cold water.
Okay, this is fresh glass. Thank you so much, Councillor Bellac Olivier. Good afternoon, Ren. British Died. I feel glad to be with you again today.
Good afternoon, Miss B, Lady B. Most anything sweet B. Good afternoon, the staff and management of NGTV. Such an opportunity to be again part of the crew. It's an honor. We are glad who the viewers out there had an awesome a blockbuster Xmas, and we are praying you have a new year of fulfillment.
Okay, that's our prayer here. All right, this is the last Saturday for us to enter 2019, and you got the rights, the rights to send across seasonal greetings. Greet whoever you want, even as you participate in the issue we're handling today on the platform, but you equally got the right to send across seasonal greetings. Remember, NGTV all over Cameroon and across Cameroon, we do the fast mood Telegram. Send it live and get the feedback and give you the feedback. That's the essence of NG Television. Okay, remember we're coming live from the enclaved agricultural landscape of the West Region, Chief Town, Bafoussam. And so to the population of Bafoussam, it is good afternoon and welcome to your favorite program, Meet the Marriage Counselor and the Relationship Coordinator. To all the counselors that normally pass on this plateau, Counselor Taylor, out there at Prof Banju is a fine one from this plateau for you. Counselor Roger out there, somewhere down there somewhere, is a fine big shout out for you from this plateau. Counselor Caroline Kwam, the only lady, Okay, let me just keep that file line cool. Counselor Caroline Kwam, good afternoon. Counselor Philippian, I happen to see you this day. I was so happy when I encountered you by the roadside. Sure, you're connected right now, Councillor Philippian. Councillor Tume Eric, is a long time. Miss B has not heard from you. Sure, I would like to be with you next week, Councillor Tume Eric. And all other councillors, if I've not called you, don't be angry. I'll call you. Okay, that's it. Sure, you want to greet somebody special who is watching you right now,
Yeah,
Rain?
of course, Jennifer Logan.
Jenny,
She's always watching. We've got the likes of my mom. I told her about the opportunity to be, on air today. Her birthday is just a matter of days now. I'm wishing her an awesome birthday. I have mommy, Vanel Blanche. And of course, I have the entire population of the West Region. I want to say hi to you all. Good afternoon, Happy New Year in advance. And of course, to our counselor.
Okay, it's a fine one. Officer. Oh yeah, yes, I like the posture. Sure, you want to greet some special people who are watching you right now. I know where you're driving to.
It is important, and I think I extend my warm greetings to Jubu Genesis, watching me right from Totadamba now. Principal of Reunification Bilingual College, Carlos Singh Emmanuel, watching live now too. The entire administration of NGTV television, making this program being favor and televiewers all over the national territory. I greet them all. I accept my warm greetings. It's a pleasure being part of it today again.
Okay, that's it. That's Councillor Taylor, Bellac, Olivier. The names are just so alike. Taylor, Bellac. Okay. We're here again. Before we unveil to you what we're handling today, remember a number will soon be displayed in front of your screen. You can participate in the program. You can equally send across seasonal greetings, wish somebody a wonderful, in fact a blissfully blissful new Hikam 2019. And I trust your faith out there in Bamda. That's Bam. I trust you, Angel. I trust you, Princess Dinah. I'm sure you connect the two Dinahs, Dinah Square, the big and the small Dinahs. You're my girls. I know you guys are connected right now. And me, Bros Paso, Miss B is on. I know what you can do. And all of you. Joseph Guashe. I'm sure is it Junior at Guashe. And Joseph, are you at Bafoussam? Joseph, Joe? Remember your pet name from this plateau is Joe? Okay, that's it. Let's have a little transition. Simon Echi will be right back to do a nosedive into the topical issue we're handling today on the platform. Thank you so much. Welcome back. If you're just tuning in, you're just joining us, remember you're in the program Meet the Marriage Counselor and the Relationship Coordinator. You know the TV station already all over Cameroon and across Cameroon. And so I have here this fine gentleman. Today we realized that for a while now, homes have been turning upside down, families have been tearing apart, children have become turned to the flesh of their parents, and many things are going upside down. Whereas as a period where we're commemorating the birth of Christ Jesus. We just did that a few days. We are still in the celebrations. I trust the Bamum. Is it Bamum? Fumban people. They are still in the celebration. And a period where we all want to enter 2019, a new year with new things, new resolutions, many things. Everything should be good. We wish the very best for 2019. So, but we realized instead of we having the very best, is instead backward in many families, and that's why we've come again with our cautioning file. Today again is a cautioning file for the population, all the married people and the singles out there. We came for you all. If you're married, we came for you. If you're single, we came for you. Okay, Miss B, her ears are always on the ground, and people keep sending their files. And one of the files I received just this today, as I was about making an entry into the program, somebody was like, "Hello." So he actually just tilted, "Oh my day." And what was that? On the 25th, I went out with my husband, my boyfriend. I like the French people, my petit ami. What is so petit and ami in it? Okay, she went out with a boyfriend. They actually doing hanging parking, hangouts at a popular spot here in town. And what happened? This is what transpired, dear viewers. Okay, they've gone out with this gentleman. You know that you don't have enough money in your pocket. You carry the lady out. You guys are in a popular spot in town. After 3 hours, you put on top of one bottle. Others, their tables are loaded with bottles. 3 hours after, the woman is on one bottle, the man is on one bottle, and the woman is like, "God, 3 hours after, we are still on one bottle. Make things happen." It was like, "I don't have money, but you insisted that we come out, so here we are." So they are just sipping the one. You know what children do when you don't want your bottle to finish fast? You do a sip. You drop it. So that's what was happening on the table, dear viewers. I'm sorry. Oh God. And she was like, "Okay, if there's no money, improvise. Should I go dancing? Let's go dancing." The guy's like, "I'm not in the mood because my pocket is not heavy." Okay, she said, "But you can freely dance." Okay, behold, the lady got up. This is a relationship matter we're handling right now. Remember, we talk relationship, cohabitant issues, marriage, and other social issues plaguing the 21st century guys and ladies. And she was like, "Okay, let me go dance because this one bottle like this." She left. In the course of dancing alone, why will you leave her go dance alone? In the course of dancing alone, a young man thought that this was a stray animal. This was a stray animal that's come out of the fence, I'm sorry. And the guy just picked her by the waist, and they were doing, "Hold your waist," hold your waist. They were doing, and the guy got up from the table with a lot of fury. You know what? Fight started. And when they started fighting because of the girl and the dancing, and the girl was like, "You are not dancing. I want to dance. Somebody is interested in dancing. I'm just dancing. There's nothing. We just met. What is your problem?" Behold, fighting in that popular spot here in town. And they were like, "Okay, let's go home. The day has ended. No dancing, no drinking." That was the guy. So finally, where are we, Counselor? They're like, "Are we actually prepared?" I like somebody yesterday in the program, in the heart of the city. The person told us, my new year resolution is that I don't want to be a humanizer again. I like the person. I think it was Junior from Kwashe. Joseph. Okay, thank you so much. It was Jojo. Joe, yeah. Okay, Isa, a real lover of NGTV. You could remember that. Yeah, always clue. Oh, Isa. All right, so, Counselor Bella, I can pause here now. These are some of the things. How do we enter 2019? On New Year with this kind of, First, you people are not thinking, we've been in a relationship. We don't even know how long that relationship has lasted. Maybe we should be thinking positively how we can build it up or make it work in 2019.
It is important, but see, it is what transpired that day. What transpired that day was failing to prepare, was failing to understand the reason why Christmas was made for. Christmas wasn't made for going to bars, going to drinking spots all over. It wasn't meant for that. I remember my counselor said here last time that he said something very important here last time. He said, people like to compare. That is the main thing. People like to compare. People want to do what others are doing. Meanwhile, they don't have the means.
Thank you so much.
They don't have the resources.
Yeah.
What is wrong with the guy carrying out the lady to a drinking spot, a popular drinking spot, when he knows he was not able to satisfy this lady?
But maybe the lady pressurized him.
That is what we are saying. That is what we are saying. That it is because this lady see what others are doing.
Okay.
It is what this lady see what other women are doing. So that is why she forces the husband, pressurizes the husband. Let's go out. You know, I am always very, very critical about something. I used to say something on this platform. What do I used to say? I used to say, if we fail to prepare something, it means that we are preparing to fail. 2018 has fast come and gone. What did we do in 2018? Which were negative, which we find ourselves in those dangerous spot of
Thank you so much. Yes?
What did we do in 2018? If in 2018 we failed in one way or the other, it means that we should come back to where we failed and rise up from there. A strong mind is that man that falls and wake up.
Thank you.
A strong mind is not that one that falls and remain on the ground. No. Being strong is having faith and thinking that you will grow to higher heights. I will tell you that you took your lady out. You were not prepared. You did not prepare yourself. You did not prepare your pocket, despite the fact that this lady wanted to imitate other people. That is what pressurized you to take her out. But I said something here last time. It means that you did not listen to what I said here last time. Last time I said that you should dialogue with this lady. You should tell this lady from the beginning, from the onset.
But maybe they didn't prepare like you rightly said.
So I think we should first of all look at 2019 is coming its way. What did we do in 2018 that led us to the hole, that led us to our loggerheads? What did we do in 2018 that made us to fail? Things that we did not succeed, we should re-examine ourselves in 2018 and know what pushed us down. And from what pushed us down, it is from there that we will know what to do so as to forge ahead, so as to change from these attitudes, take another different attitude in 2019 and forge ahead. Life is not on the spot, you see. Life is pushing ahead. Life is pushing ahead.
But I like what you said there, that maybe they did not dialogue well. Maybe this woman was actually ignorant. You know, there are some men who have lots of pride. Maybe she was ignorant of the girlfriend was ignorant that the guy's pockets are empty. Dialogue, I'm sure dialogue communication was empty there.
You are right. You are right. I was coming to saying that when this guy might be because of him making himself measuring up with other people, he found himself into this hole because maybe he saw his friends going out with their girlfriends and lovers and wives, instead of him sitting back and calling his own wife, saying that, sweetie, let us sit here and talk out things better first. You know, the course of the year had not been a good one. I don't have enough money. Instead of having the 2 bottles of beer, I prefer even to give you the 2 bottles of beer. You go, you air out, and you come back early. Then I think that should have been the best way, because the lady, because you know, when the eye sees something, we are men, and a man is a very jealous person. When the eye sees something, he begins to imagine that is the woman is taking herself for a different thing. That is what pushed him into fighting. That is the main thing. It wasn't because he never wanted to dance. It was just because deeply in his mind, when they were dancing, he just put into his mind that this lady was about to flirt with this other guy. So those are the circumstances under which we should not put ourselves into. We should rather think about what pushed us yesterday down, and then think about this thing that pushed us down yesterday. What are we going to do in 2019? If in 2018 I occupied myself in a job which did not give me any resource, which did not give me any better living standard, which did not even enable me to send my children to school, which could not even enable me to pay my rent, my little bills, why should I should say bye-bye to that job? Because I will force myself ahead, and God will help. Because the Bible says, heaven help those who help themselves.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I think that was a fine one there, and I'm actually interested in 2 points you just raised there. The first one, you talked about the fact that it's time to think about our failures so that we can fix them up in 2019 rather than fighting. There are some people who actually ran who do not just have a plan of action in life. I think that's a good point. What are some of the plans you made, and some, what you've achieved so far and so that you can see where to start again and so on. But again, let's leave that one. We're back on this issue. Lady and man out. And before they knew it, a fight occurred. Why? Pockets were empty. Must you go out on such days when you know you are not available? I'm sure the counselor already talked about that even.
I want to say the counselor has nailed it. You understand? As much as I'd like to say Christmas is a period of assessment and love, in the family and in general. First, that guy was not ready to go out with a lady. He was completely not ready. Listen, there are people in life who want just a moment with you. This person wants you to step out of your old self and be you and be a new person. Clearly, yes, maybe the lady pressurized the guy to take her to that place. The guy had not enough money. Even if he had dialogued with the lady that, no, I don't have enough money, I will not be able to go with you. The lady pressurized. It is clear she's passing across a simple message. We have been a lot in the house. At least let us go and shake off some of the dust. Now, they get to this place. Okay, they've been on one motor. Maybe the girl thought the guy was just joking in the house that he hadn't enough money. Now it is a reality. She accepted that, okay, fine, my guy does not have any money, but let's go and dance. However, how difficult it is, or was it for him to just leave the table and go and dance?
Yes, that's another point there.
Clearly,
yes, I think
dancing in a beer parlor or whatsoever is free. Go and dance and give that lady a moment she's been relishing for almost 365 days or whatever. She has wanted you to be with her. She has wanted you to spend a moment with her. And that's why we classify love languages into 5. We say there is gift, we say there is touch, we say there are words of affirmation, we say there's special time, and of course we say there are acts of service. Clearly, this girl's love language is special time. And the guy does not want to communicate that language. Lady, I could be in love with a lady and she speaks Chinese. I speak English. She could clearly love me and I love her as well. But she's talking Chinese and I'm speaking English. We may think we don't love each other. That's the same thing we love. And you may think for years, for generations to come, your husband does not love you. That's clearly because in one or two ways, you people are not communicating the love language of one another. This girl has insisted. And clearly maybe this guy's love language is acts of service or just or touch or something else. And that's why he is timid in this domain. But at least he should have made some effort. I want to end by saying this guy needs education. Not education as in formal education, go to school. No, he needs to be educated on issues like this.
Marital issues, yes, relationship.
When a woman clearly wants something, she might not be able to find subtle words to say what she wants. She may want you to she may want to do it with pressure, and it comes that way. It's for you to understand, not to rebound with fighting. Now, how has that helped the situation? I'm sure the lady is now thinking of something else. We cannot blame the lady.
And even the guy too may be thinking of something else.
Of course, that is quite possible, looking at what has just happened. But then how long has the relationship lasted? What have they been doing?
What have they achieved?
That's it. That's why we say this period, yes, it's a period of love, celebration. But the base is, it's a period of assessment. You looking into your life. You looking into your relationship. What have we achieved as couples, as partners in this relationship? A relationship is not all about sharing your love languages, communicating. No. It is about growing, changing from boys and girls to man and woman, to being a couple. What have you done? January to December, that has changed your lives. Is there any thought to commensurate your union? The youths of nowadays should be thinking of these things, not just sharing a moment, solving your customary mathematics and all that. That's not relationship.
Okay, that's a beautiful one there. And we come back again to these two people. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the issue. Two lovers who are not even married, they are in a relationship. Remember, on this platform, we talk relationship, we talk cohabitant issues. That is what we call in our local parlance, come we stay. We talk marital issues, and so today we are handling a relationship matter that occurred after the 25th, and this file is just coming in today. See, sometimes it's not good to stay indoors, it's good to step out, because in the course of stepping out today, that's when I ran into this person who actually gave me the file we're handling today. She was just like, wow, can you imagine? And I was like, what a fine one. It's been changing. It's always like that this season. And that's why we've put our files on pending. After this season, we go and get back to all the files we have there. And these two people are in a relationship. They stayed for, I think, over 1 year. 2 even, they are not yet married. And why do I say 2? Because in recounting the issue, what happened on the 25th, she was like, it's the same thing that happened last year. Okay. So they are over 1 year in the relationship, And so, dear viewers, on the 25th, they went out. The guy's pocket was not all that heavy. And so, while they were in one popular drinking spot in town, what happened? They stayed on one bottle for over 3 hours. One bottle. While other tables are saturated, you know what happens on that day. Bottles, exchange. This one is giving the 2 of them on their own table. One bottle of, I don't know, another bottle of, I don't know, in front of the lady and the guy for over 2 hours. And the lady was like, man, over 2 hours, we are still on the same bottle. What's happened? The guy's like, I don't have money. Dear viewers, you don't have money? Yes. Okay, can we dance? No, you go dance. I'm not in the mood because my pocket is empty. That's the response of the guy. And so the lady took the floor to at least find some joy. She has accepted, you are right to say that she has accepted the fact that there's no money. Okay, let's dance. I think playing a role too in that would have gone a long way to for them to live without problems. And so upon dancing, as the lady took the floor, a young man saw the lady and thought this was another, and the guy to just pick the lady by the waist, dear viewers, and before we knew it, the whole snack bar was upside down. The fighting on the 25th was not easy. Is that the essence of a relationship? Is that the essence of 2 people coming together who are planning to get married? We don't even know if they have. Now again, I'll come back to you, Counselor, and let me start with you. What do you think about cohabitation issue? Okay, no, let me know. Yes, that's cohabitation, because she never told me if they living together, but they've been in a relationship for over 1 year. Any relationship over 1 year or 2 that does not give birth, should it be encouraged? Should it be promoted?
There is one thing. The government of the Republic recognizes this cohabitation for more than 6 months.
That is on paper. I'm sorry to say so, because when the real thing occurs, they tell you, why were you?
Okay, let me come to the point. The point here is they have been living for 1 year, for more than 1 year, and they are not married legally. What you are asking me is that correct? Is that good? Should we encourage?
Yeah.
I will tell you, it will depend on these individuals, because Betty, I'll tell you that sometimes the lady, the partner, can be a student, can be performing some courses, educational courses, or might be because of learning a trade, or might be because of 1 or 2 ways they decide to live like that together first for that particular period of time, so that when that time passes now, they can now get married legally. That is why I told you that it depends on it depends on their plans. It all depends on their plan. But I would encourage that this type of relationship should not last for long without being legally married. It should not last for long. At least it should be as fast as possible. So we are not in this platform to encourage those type of living, because if case be they had lived together for long, they had already legalized their marriage, this woman should have known that this is my husband. He should not have called, because from the name my guy.
It creates some free
air for other people to enter, because when a woman says it's my guy, it is vague now. It's vague. It means that any other person can come into that relationship. The way you say my husband, there is one
There's a
fear.
distance.
There's a
Yeah.
distance that somebody takes.
Oh, yeah.
So we are trying to say that, saying that my guy, the guy has no reason to whatsoever to fight in the bar because of this lady, because naturally, one, they are not legally married. Two, the fighting can lead to some certain destructions that in the course of the day they will pay financially. The 2,000 fans, they would have drunk 2-3 bottles of beer. They never had it at that time. It is when they will destroy things in there that
They'll
tomorrow
pay
they will come back,
50,000 francs.
that they will come and pay. You see the consequences of all these things. So the better you get this information from us here, the better for you, because relationship, boyfriend, girlfriend, my guy, petit ami, we don't encourage those things in the society. If they are, those are the steps that we pass through before getting married. But we encourage you to take it faster, so that you get married earlier and you get legalized, because when it is legalized, when it's
At least
legally
it's better,
recognized,
because
it's better.
you made mention of the fact that yes, the law recognizes that after 6 months, it is true, we are not refusing, but those things are on paper. Because when you are feeling the pains of it, there will be nobody to help you there. Why do I say so? At the end of the day, you are the loser. So every relationship must be legalized, like you're saying. Okay, I don't even want to recall the recent happenings in town. We all know what happened recently right here in Bafusan, just around the corners.
Yeah.
The young man, 23, and the young lady, 20. Those are all this, how can I even put it? You know, the happenings of this season. And that's why I think this is 3 weeks now we've been here.
Yeah.
3 weeks.
Yeah.
We've come with cushioning. We may not be in the better position to tell you what to do, but I think when you speak the truth, there's some power that lies in the truth, that nobody can refuse it. Because the conscience is the biggest place that God has created for the human being. And so you listening to us right now, I think there is nothing like I'm already with him for over a year or 2 years, he's already my husband. There's no automatic husband. Do we have automatic husbands?
Miss B, let me say this. There is a difference between dating and relationship.
Good.
This word does not exist, but it's a word I framed up. Dating is more of situationship that leads to malariage. Comes from malaria. You know what malaria can do. Relationship leads to marriage. What some of us young people have not understand is this. Relationship is two people putting together resources to achieve a united end. Even couples do date.
Yes.
Dating is something else. Dating is merely an exchange of emotions. I put it in my own way. A moment of mutual satisfaction. It means in that moment, you can do anything. Youths are yet to understand these basic principles. You going out with someone to a drinking spot does not mean you're in a relationship with that person.
That's another one.
Even telling a lady that I love you does not mean you are dating that girl, or you are in a relationship with that girl, or you are his boyfriend or whatsoever. No. We have to understand that these things are normal. They are real. They are words that we use. In fact, I prefer to tell a lady I prefer you other than say I love you. I love you is merely just words. To prefer you means
there is a power that lies in that word.
You understand? No, loving, of course, means I feel secure around you. I feel comfortable around you. But to prefer you means in other options, you rank number one. In fact, there is nothing equal to you. Am I communicating?
You are communicating.
This is one thing some of our ladies, some of our young men out there have
Let
to
them get
understand.
you.
I don't know if they are listening, but I know a good chunk of them are hearing. Especially the ladies. You cannot be with a guy. I'm not advising. That is why at one point I made a decision. I will not share it here. But I want to advise some of my young men. To have a girl that you call yours does not mean you should be an empty pocket and you expect her to love you unconditionally. Love in itself, this love that we're talking about, is not free. I heard one man said all the best things in life are free. Well, that's true to a certain extent. The truth is, if you want a stable relationship, if you want a stable union, your pockets must be filled.
Confirm.
Why? They must be full, rather. What do I mean by this? Listen, yes, love is beautiful. Love is good, actually. Money beautifies love.
Counselor, did you hear that? The many
Listen, money is an integral part of the survival and success of any relationship, any union.
And that same money, people say is the root of all evil. Look at what has happened because of money.
That is why we last week I said a life of moderation and not excesses is better.
Good.
And I will nail it with what my counselor said. Dialogue is what it is.
Thank you.
Listen, money does not mean you should be as rich as some of the big names we have in this country. No.
Oh yeah.
Even with your 5,000, even with your 1,000, you can tell this lady, Mama, listen, there's not enough. But if it was more, I would have loved to take you to one of the most beautiful places.
Good.
But don't bother. The same beer or the same juice or the same drinks that are sold there is the same drink that are sold here. Are the same drinks that are sold here. Mommy, just take this one and manage. Next time, I believe we are moving to an expected end and things will be better. Engaging in a fight because a lady you've denied to dance with is dancing with another man. Had I been in that place,
Highest buffoonery of the art.
had I been in that place now, I will call some of those my uniform friends. Let them teach that guy a lesson.
But what's your own between man
No.
and woman?
Between man and what, woman and woman.
I can only support you. I can only support him, Counselor, if he had to do with gender-based violence.
There is a problem.
He has the right to.
There is a problem here.
Yes, Councillor.
He is talking. He is saying that should in case this fight does not involve the two people. You should understand. It touches other people who were dancing equally in that bar.
That is the problem.
And the consequences are not felt
Only
by the two of them.
Okay.
It is from that perspective. What are we saying? We are saying that we are talking. We should not go astray here. I know we are talking ills that are plaguing the society.
Oh yes.
And when they say plaguing the society, it means that there are things
We are in the
that
marriage
are not,
world.
that are not having the consequence or the impact only on the two couples, but the impact is on the entire society. 3 weeks ago, we had a boy just spearheaded a girl just because he educated. We had that. The impact was not felt only on the two of them. The
whole
impact
community.
was felt on the two families.
The community at large.
The community at large.
Yeah.
And we are saying that this man fighting in a bar because of a lady is dancing with another person. I could ask him, who is this lady to you?
Good.
Is this lady your wife? What have you sacrificed for this lady?
They've been together for over 6 months.
But why? Okay, the sacrifice made for this lady are illegal sacrifices because the parents of this lady need to know you. This lady didn't come from a tree. That's what we mean by
But
legalizing
Counselor,
it.
what is the lady doing there when you know that you're on the losing side the more and you've got parents?
Now, what are we saying? When the lady has no problem here.
Really?
From this angle, the lady has no problem here. The lady says, let's go and dance since we don't have. Let's dance for a while so that we go back home.
Good.
Let's shake our body. Go back home. What does the man say? He said, okay, I'm not dancing. He is angry now. The man is angry, he's not happy. Now, he does not express his mind directly saying that he's not happy. He just says, go and dance now. That's what he says now. Go and dance now. As he goes, he dances with another different man. Why are you angry? You are angry, but you are not showing that you are angry. So the question here is the impact of this fight on the society. It is enormously because others who were fine, others couples who had dialogue between themselves before coming to that bar to drink, to share a bottle, they will go back home sad because fighting will mean that the bottle of beer will be thrown on people's dresses. It will mean other people can sustain injuries. So those who are sustaining injury were not part of that fight. You understand? That's what we are saying, what we are advising. That is why I made mention of it here last Saturday that we should understand why Christmas should be celebrated.
Good.
If we understood that Christmas is the day a Savior who is going to save us from our sins is born, I don't see the reason why at 1 p.m., at 12 o'clock, you are out dancing. I don't see the reason why you are out fighting. Because behind all those things, the devil is watching at you. The devil is watching at you, and the devil will impact himself on you. And you will do things which you did not prepare for. That is why I said here, we should understand the reason why Christmas is out for. If these two couples understood why that Christmas was not made for drinking, Christmas was not a period to go dancing, Christmas was a period of meditation. It's a period of saying thank you, God, for sending your Savior. who is going to save us from our sins. So I think that what Cancelor is saying is saying the right thing. The law is there. God created this world and gave the law for us to follow. And we have law officers. These law officers could come in and collect these people and teach them a lesson that others will follow from there. Because when you come to a public place and you disturb public order, I don't think it is appreciated. I just feel that living as friends and going out and getting jealous because it's just a friend, I don't think it's an appreciation. I don't appreciate that. It is not even a part of living. Even though we know that, Miss B, there is a problem. There's a problem. Excuse me for taking long.
No,
there is a problem. The problem is that what? So long as people know that living with a boyfriend forever a long period of time, or living with a boyfriend before getting married, that is what is happening in society nowadays, in the 21st century. You see a child from 3, say, I have my boyfriend. We see a child from 1, I have my boyfriend.
Okay.
You see a child from 2, I have a boyfriend. Those are things to discourage them. We should have to teach our youth, this time we teach our youth that we don't taste the unforbidden fruit before giving it to the person who is supposed to own it in future. We don't try something before getting into it. Because as you try it today, it fails you go to the next man. You try on the next man, it fails you go to the next man. Who knows whether this lady can decide that, no, I'm no longer going out with this boy again. He stops there because he fought in a bar. Tomorrow this lady will pick up another person. 2 years later, the same thing happens. After 2 days, he picks up another person. That becomes prostitution. That is, we are saying that these
high
are
level
things,
promiscuity.
Yeah, these are things that we should discourage them from this platform. We should tell people, we should tell the public that these are things. The issue of saying girlfriend, boyfriends before marriage, 2 months before marriage. No, you love this person. Yes, we know that in English, that period of time from the time you ask somebody to answer in marriage to the period when marital period is always, it should not be lengthier than 2-3 months.
I'm telling you.
It should not be more than 3-4 months. That is too
To
much.
be too much, 6 even.
That is too much. The way you talk about 1 year, it means that you are now seeing the consequence of living for a longer period of time before getting married. So those are things that we should discourage them, because this lady is teaching our younger generation that you can live with a man for 2 years before getting married. You can live with a man for 2 months. It's not correct. It's not good. That is what we are discouraging. And it is high time. That's why the government comes in to sound that when you live with a man in the house, we know that it is your wife.
Automatically.
Automatically, it's your wife. There is nothing tomorrow that you come and say, no, it's my boyfriend, it's my girlfriend. No, those are things that we discourage them. So it is actually time to what he was trying to say, that no, the law has to come in place to take, because what we say here, the public, there are people out there that are following it up.
Oh, yeah. I agree with you. Somebody just said that's true to what you all are saying. Even though we don't know who is writing, please sign in and tell us where you're writing from. This person is actually agreeing with us that that's true. It's coming from the number that ends with 235. So what people are saying here is not a taboo to viewers. And from all what we just had here, I think it's a fine one. The issues, I actually encountered 2 files today. But we don't have time on our side to actually unveil the 2 files. But what you're saying from, if we have to draw a conclusion, my business here is to take what they're saying and draw a conclusion. I don't know what to say. I'm not the counselor here. And that's why we have them here to talk. But I think I'm enjoying it because from our conclusion, first of all, this period, I think I like what you people said here. It's not a time of you fighting, not Christmas will always be there, and it's the same dresses, the same rice and stew and so on. It's just the saga of the period that changes a little. But again, it's a time to rethink your achievements for the year. Look at where there are lapses and try to fix them up. I think I'm interested in that point here. It's a beautiful one. It's a fine one coming from this plateau, from the counselors. All those who are in relationships, all those who are in marriages, all those who are, cohabiting issues. It is time for you to rethink, reflect on how long you've been in that relationship or that marriage. What are the achievements? What are the failures? How can I move forward? If it cannot go forward, how can I stop it? And that's why this program is called Meet the Marriage Counselor and the Relationship Coordinator. We have to coordinate you all through, either to move forward or to break the relationship. And so that's a beautiful one there. I think I enjoyed. That's the first one. And the second one, dialogue. Dialogue is very important this period. Had it been the guy and the two saga, the negative saga we had recently in town, maybe if the two youths, the dialogue, maybe something, dialogue is very powerful. I think I'm interested. And today from this plateau, if there's one thing we live in the people with, we encourage or promote dialogue between couples, between all those who are in a relationship, and all those who are even doing cohabitation. Please think of the consequences and see how you can move into 2019 as a victor and not a victim to go fight in the bars. Okay, it's a fine one day. And somebody is saying it, that's true to what the counselors are actually saying today, that it is perfectly true. Tell us where you're writing from and who you are. Thank you so much for your reaction. I think I actually encountered two files today again, as I was saying. That's the conclusion we've drawn from those that the first. And the second now, this is what happened. This lady was like, my husband will never accept that we go out on this day. In fact, he refuses to buy dress. We were talking about dresses last time. People thought that it was a joke. I encountered it today. The second file that somebody brought was, my husband refused to buy my children dresses or our children dresses, and even me. He says this period comes along a lot of ugly things that he doesn't like. He prefers to give the money after the first, the second, on the 3rd of January. Go now, do the shopping you want to do for kids and yourself. Nobody steps out of the house on the 25th. Nobody goes out. Why? Because he's angry that lots of evil actually do take place this season. But this is what made me happy in this file, dear viewers. This is what the woman told me, a lady in town. She says, when my husband did that, refused, and kept us indoors, I was just with my loin throughout in the house. Well, I accepted. It was cool for me because I know that on the 3rd he will give money and I will still make the same dresses. And I looked at the lady. That's when I confirmed that dialogue actually took place. So it's not like the husband took the upper hand. And I remember last week we talked about the fact that men don't be the whip of the house. The house whip or the horse rider of the house. Be a husband and a father. That was a husband and a father indeed. Because if the woman was actually at peace, it means that there was dialogue. You understand? And so that was the second file. And now you see the difference. We come again on the point of what? Dialogue. You see the difference. Am I correct?
You are very right. I want to act by saying there is this quote by French people, après la fête vient le défaite. That is, after the feast comes the defeat. The husband is a visionary man. He's an observer of the society. He's very observant of the society and what happens.
Does it mean he has love for his family? He cares about the family
he has love and he's protective of the family.
Okay.
Such a man with outstanding qualities. I like what he did. And you see, when you look at the situation, I'm not even paying. I heard you loud and clear when you say the husband refused. It means at one point there has been a clash and the man now has to use his masculinity to impose. And what I enjoy about this home is the children understand. I didn't hear anything about them.
No.
That's the ideal.
But they are all little kids, but you can't say that to youths now, except children who... Anyway, but there are some youths who can... I'm sorry, you continue. Because if you were a youth brought in this kind of way, the youth would definitely dance too. But there are some who...
No, listen, Betty. Our counselor has always told us about this thing. You have to create an atmosphere in your family where you discuss with your children.
Okay.
You don't have to be an authoritarian father, an authoritative father or whatever.
Okay.
You have to be a father who dialogues. You have to be democratic in the house. Statistics, reports have proven that some decisions taken by parents have led to the downfall of the children. In our society nowadays, you realize that children are more enlightened at times than the parents. They know better, they know good choices. But then, at a very tender age, they have to be washed. And I have no fight against this parent who did well. Even if the woman had to give you this complaint, it means she's not still happy.
No. When this person was posing her complaint, and this is when she posed hers, she was fine with it. She was happy.
Miss B.
You know why I say so? I was receiving the file from her counting, and she was like, for us it's normal because that's how he always does it.
Miss B, let me tell you this thing. That's why I am in love with this family. Even if there is a turmoil in the family, their outward countenance when it comes to stranger is tells a different story.
Good.
That is what we should do. Our fight should be between us,
Let
man and woman. Not even the children. The children should not be involved. If I have a problem with my wife, my bug on it, of course. It has to be between us. The kids have got nothing to do with that. We only have to tell them that this is the decision we've arrived at after a lot of deliberations. You just have to accept it and take it that way. That is the most I have to say.
Thank you so much.
There's one thing I would like to add to what he's saying. Betty, do you know that lady told you the issue? He told you the issue only when the man came back and bought the dresses in January, after January. Meaning that in December she was not happy. That's what we're saying here.
December, of course. According to the husband, your money for your dresses are here. But they ate food. They had good food everywhere. Nobody steps out of the house.
Oh, okay.
Yes, they had no false food. They were satisfied. That's the foul.
Okay, there is one thing I will add there. You know, life is not living well in the world. It's not all about dressing, eating good food, and do you know that tourism is something very important?
Much. Yes.
And this is a period. This is the only period where some of the children has the opportunity to maybe visit their friends, to maybe see where they sell fruits.
But what if the family is satisfied with that?
No, the problem is not being satisfied.
What if they are comfortable with that?
You know, the issue is here is that the children are innocent.
Good.
The children are innocent. This man is protecting the wife and the children because he knows that
to go out there.
Yes, it's the children. Is the mother. Is the mother that can reason up.
Okay.
So what I'm saying is, I could have added one thing on what this man does. What this man did. Take your children. Be with your children. Go out with your children. When I say go out here, I am. It is vague. It is vague. When I say go out here, it means what? I don't mean going to bars, go to nightclubs. That is not that's not what I mean. When I say go out, it means it's a period where the father, the mother, and the children they go visiting family members. They go sharing with others. You understand? So what the man did is very good. It's very good. But I could have added that he should be amongst the children if the children are to go out. That's what I'm just adding, so that he can coordinate these children to come back to their house early. Because most of the evils here occur during in the night. It's in the night where most of these sad stories, most of these bad things happens during these periods. So I could have just added to the man that he's not only protecting the children from evils. If evil wants to come to the children, the evils will still come.
Even right inside your house.
Even right inside your house. I have seen a situation where a car just misses the track and go break in the house and kill somebody in the house who was sleeping. So it doesn't mean that the person went out before, had an accident. So I just say that I accept what he did, and what he did was good. Added to what he did, he should have at least given the time limit, he and his family. What happens is that most of the men do allow their children to just move without them during this period. It is very dangerous. Most of you see the mothers will just dress up the children and just send them to go visit it themselves alone. It is very, very dangerous. You have to accompany these children. You have to go take them to wherever you want to take them, respecting the time that you have to come back home. And then things will move ahead. And I wanted to conclude this point. To me, I wanted to conclude this point by saying that our ladies are just like Thomas. Most of these ladies are just like Thomas. I mean that if they don't see at the end, they will not accept. Because if you tell a woman that don't go there, only a very few of these women will listen to what you are saying, will obey. That is the actual fact. 60%. If you tell a woman that don't go this place is not good, she will want to hear again from another person, or she want to go and try before knowing that what you said was true. So that is why the man had to use the force from the beginning, from the beginning to force the woman that nobody is going out and he himself is in the house. But should it be that if he does this,
And he stepped out.
He himself steps out. I am not sure that you will come back and meet everybody in. I'm sure what you're saying. Because it's a special day, Betty. I will tell you that it's
Thank you so much, Cancelor Ben. Like you guys are just today on the plateau. Okay, there is something I got interested again, even with the second issue we just raised. These are things that are very common this period. And when we began 2 weeks back by talking about the first issue, dear viewers, and came back again last week, we are actually seeing the things happening. The first week when we began, did we know somebody, a 23 was going to kill a 20? You understand? We didn't know. Those are the issues this period. But again, I got interested into something. Experience is what? The best teacher. You may be thinking that you are protective to the family or the children. I'll tell you what, you're doing more harm than good. We're sorry to say so, because when the children go out there, they see for themselves. They learn from their experiences. They become masters of themselves. When you are not there tomorrow, they will survive where you are not there. And so let them not live under the fear of your eyes and so on. I think apart from the home, the points you people are saying here is very correct. That family did good, but added again to it, I think it is good. Love and family union does not end only at the home, dear viewers. There is something extra. There is something. There's another feeling added when you actually walk out as a family, turn around town. There's another aspect of love and feelings added to it. I think it's a beautiful one. If you think that on your own you can do it all the same, we come back to God. Let's lean on Him to see us through, because the 21st century marriages, relationship, we need God. And now you understand why we say you can call them Android generation marriages or 21st century marriages and relationship. Okay, that was it for Meet the Parish Counselor and the Relationship Coordinator. It was a fine one again today. And so today is the last Saturday where we're talking relationship matters, because this is the period where relationship matters at the thatch houses of the thatch houses during the raining season. No matter how you struggle to patch them, things must go wrong. Marriages are even better, even though some marriages this period also they are really the headache of the hour, the more the threat of the hour. And so for 3 weeks we've been on the subject relationships matters, marital issues for this festivity period, and today we are closing the file. What last word do you have for the singles out there and the married people out there, as far as 31st and 1st is concerned? That's where we end it today. The last word.
Betty, I will want to start by asking you your New Year resolution.
It's a beautiful one. Okay, as for me, Miss B or Lady B, my New Year resolution is I wish just peace and joy for everyone, and that you get the best of everything life can offer, from me to you, because nobody is to be the one to live in the slums. And so all that life has to offer, let not be for me alone, let it be for you, your family, and all others who are out there. And most important, please don't nurture evil in your heart. I don't want to nurture evil in my heart. That's my New Year resolution. Because when you do that, you kill yourself. And when you see that you're free, you love everyone, that's how God is promoting your things. You keep moving from higher heights. So that's my New Year resolution. Out of evil and, backbiting, and I long for peace, joy.
Okay, from your New Year resolution, I can advise the youth outside there to know that take a New Year resolution. Ask yourself this question: 2018 has come and gone.
Good.
This is 2019. This my relationship. I had lived with this lady. I had lived with this my husband. I had lived with this my wife. Where did we go wrong? Correct the wrongs.
Good.
Correct the wrongs. And then you take a resolution. I know it is very difficult for you to stand up in front of your wife and tell your wife, Miss, I am sorry that 2018 we hurted each other so many times. We were always in loggerheads. We were always arguing. I think that please let's take this new page. Let's take the new page so that we forge ahead. When we forge ahead, God is going to bless this relationship. Tell your girlfriend, tell your husband that we have been girlfriends for long. Let us tighten this thing up by legalizing it, making it recognized, so that if it is recognized, I think that it will be very, very important for God to help you, and then you will grow and you forge ahead. I wish you a Merry Christmas, and I wish you Happy New Year in advance, and that God should help you, God should protect you, God should guide you and show you the way to follow. Thank you very much.
I salute the wisdom of the two wise men on this plateau. That was a fine one. The word last word rain. Please take that advice. That's the essence of marriages and a relationship this season. Look at your achievements and failures, and know where to make amendments. Thank you, Councillor Belagi. So,
Lady B, I think nature has given women so much power that the law, society, and religion have wisely taken a lot and given them little. The women are paying a lot for this, and unless the woman stops conforming to the conventional woman, then would she only be able, or would she start being able to enjoy being a woman? Being a woman does not mean you expect from a man. Your new year is coming. Be the solid, the dependable, the independent woman, and get along. If a man comes, fine. A man does not come. You didn't come into this world to get a man. You came to leave an impact, to impact the world. And if you're not doing that, then you're not living as a woman. Thank you.
thank you so much. Another fine one, guys. Salute the wisdom. In fact, that's how we saw it today on the program. Meet the marriage counselor and the relationship coordinator. Oh, I wish this period did not pass by. It was a fine one, harboring them for a couple of weeks now. That's 3 weeks talking relationship matters. Thank you so much, Simon Echi. Please take the advice of the young men you just listened from this plateau today. I think it's going to work. Not I think it's going to work. And so it's a time for relationship to move forward, marriages to move forward, so that the communities move forward, families move forward, and the nation move forward. NGTV, meet the marriage counselor and the relationship coordinator. Catch you tomorrow on the program, Dimansha Shinu, 2:30 on the dot. I will be there, just give a ring. And so stay out of trouble. Thank you so much. We'll be with you all again next Saturday.